Hello everyone, I am Silverette and today we are starting a new game. The root trees are dead. The incident and oh that's later. But yeah, the root trees are dead. Let's go right into it. Okay. The mystery begins here. December 6, 1998.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottree Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottree and his daughters, the Roottree Sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers. There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us, the Rootrees are dead.
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottree Company's lawyers are scrambling. Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for.
Blood relative is bordered. So, okay.
I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were. I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
Complete the family tree of the Roottree Sisters. Siblings are in birth order, oldest to youngest. To-do list, examine my evidence. Search the internet for clues. Oh, crap. Fill in the names, fill in the occupations, fill in the photos. I know nothing about this game. Not a thing. We're here. What is this? Got milk picture. The person who hired you gave you this photo with the note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottree Sisters Got Milk. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustaches of which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize our names from the candy bar you're eating. Being a Roottree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it." Okay. Okay, so this is how we get the pictures. Okay, this is how we... Got it. And the list of names. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at your door. You needed to fill in the family tree. What? Oh. We know Carl. Where's the men? Carl Roottree was the dad. Okay. Just those two. Show photo items. Oh, okay, got it. Married. Internet. Oh, wow. I haven't heard this sound since I was a kid. What is this? Welcome to the information superhighway. Thanks for purchasing a new Casio PC. Featured. Okay. You can do. Why would we disconnect? Also, we can print from here. History. Oh, we can. I'll burn a music CD while I haven't. Oh, wow. Try to search. Carl. You can create notes quickly by highlighting text with your mouse. Okay. Carl Roottree died in a recent plane crash along with his wife. I didn't realize they didn't say anything about a wife. His wife, Brenda. And their daughters, the Roottree Sisters. He was the president of the Roottree Candy Company as well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. Oh, cool. That's oh, this is cool. Okay. According to news sites, the Roottree Candy Company plans to put out a press release sometime within an hour to address the absence of Carl, the crash, and questions they have been receiving. Once you finish placing the root trees on the family tree, it would be wise to repeat this. Okay. I don't think it matters right now. Let's go to, if we do this instead, search. You stumble across an auction for a black and blue dress. That's a Brenda White original. The auction describes it a vintage dress from before Brenda became Brenda Roottree and started designing clothes for Root. The white and gold dress itself doesn't seem relevant. Okay, so she was in fashion herself. Is there anything else we know? What is this? Okay, that's where our names are. Right, okay. The notorious Mountjoys. Are we a Mountjoy? Who knows? Mystery Comics. Tell us it's 15 cents. Oh, what a world. Do you know where to look next? If you're completely stuck, try talking it through with your rubber. I'm not doing that. Oh, slow burn. Okay. I like that. This is... Wow. Game Boy? Family Doku. Turn that off. All right. Let's do a search now for just the root trees. The first few pages are filled with news results about the plane crash. Besides that, there are countless advertisements and conversations about the various products made by the Roottree Candy Company. Most articles mention Carl, who was the president of the Roottree Candy Company. His daughters are also eulogized, collectively referred to as the Roottree Sisters. They've been famous from a very early age. Let's search. There are a lot of obituaries that focus on the Roottree modeling careers. You also come across an official Roottree fan site, seemingly curated by a teenager. It's neon pink with purple text and hard to read until you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes, Raina is the most famous because she's the oldest and got married to TMS. But Riley is the smart one. Rose is the middle child like me. Okay. So, Raina, oldest, married to TMS. Riley is the youngest. And the smart one. Rose, well, interesting way to spell Rose, middle. You might think they are rich just because they're models, but their dad is also the president of the candy company, and their mom, Brenda, is a fashion designer. They do the modeling for her brand, Root. I eat Roottree candy all the time. My favorite are Maple Crisp, and try to dress in plaid Root clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. So Riley dresses in plaid. Someday I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. The website's author continues to talk about her own life and what she likes about the Root fashion lines, but none of it is relevant. Okay. Let's actually do this. Raina, highlight, type a note. Oldest, married to TMS. And then Riley is the youngest. Like, I don't think this matters. And wait, Riley. I don't want to delete it. Edit. Youngest smart child. Smart one. And then there's Rose. Okay. We go back to the board. We know the oldest Raina. The middle. Wait, what? Is Rose not her name? Elias. Huh. And then the youngest is Riley. Oh, I need to see that picture again. All right, yeah. In the meantime, let's search again for what's her name? Rose Roottree is not as popular as the older sister Raina, but still very well known. Most of the time, they're lumped together as the Roottree Sister. Seriously? Huh. Hmm. Let's do Raina. There are a lot of obituaries that focus on the Rootree's modeling careers. Raina. Oh, TMS is a common abbreviated for early 90s teen heartthrob Tommy Mark Sheridan. His first credited role as Thomas Sheridan was on a soap opera called Time Marches Onward. He skyrocketed to popularity after his starring role on the sitcom Brother Trouble. Since the end of Brother Trouble, he has been on the cover of tabloids for his supposed drug use, and most recently his relationship with Raina. Okay. After a short engagement, they married in 1997. When she was only 19, he was 23. Okay. Fill this in. Really? Thomas. Okay. Where's our history? This is it? There has to be other stuff. Oh, make note of any brand names. Yeah. Let's do the maple crisp. Introduced in 1992, there are a series of circular, crunchy wafers, coated nuts, and chocolate maple flavoring. The website of a fan says they came to be during the tenure of Ernie Jr., a former president of the company. There's a commercial ad that aired a few years during the Super Bowl. Okay. Can we look at that? Let's do was founded by Elias Roottree shortly after he married his wife Gwyneth. It is no CEO, no stockholders, run by a president. Five flavors. Their sister company, simply titled Root, specializes in children company. Their primary models for Root are the Roottree Sisters. Okay. That's annoying. Clothing company. They make clothes for children from toddlers to teenagers. Although their website is down, likely due to increased web traffic, you find countless retail sites. One of them has this to say: you inspired the Roottree Sisters looking hella fly on catalogs, magazines, and posters. Now you can be like Riley, Rose, and Raina. You also came across a website from a collector of clothing catalogs. Apparently, Root has released 2 catalogs per year every year since 1984, and Raina appeared on almost all of them. There's only one with the webmaster considered a collector's item enough to mention. It seems that Brenda, the Roottree Sisters, mother and Root head designer, appeared on one cover holding her daughter Rose in 1985. They said this was the only time her daughter was ever listed by her birth name, Carly Roottree. I needed that. Okay. Highlights. Carly is oldest, yeah. Oh wait. Crap. Let's delete that one. Oh, what did I just do? Son of a gun. Seriously, Carly. Middle child. Known as Rose. Riley. Youngest. Mark one. Middle sister. That's what I wanted to put. Youngest sister. Likes to dress in safe. And then there's Raina. Oldest sister. Married to TMS. Thomas. Tommy. Mark. Sheridan. All right, let's go back to father, CEO of any company. And then Brenda. Mother. Fashion designer of Root. Okay, so Carly, and I'm gonna just put model on every last one and see if that works. I don't know if it's gonna be true, but you're the youngest. Oh wait. Rose has her ears pierced. So you're Rose. Wait, not Rose. Wait, Carly. And so you are the oldest. These 3 entries are correct and have been unlocked. Yay! Have been locked. You also locked the following optional entry: Sheridan Thomas. Booyah! Or Thomas Sheridan.
Sorry to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet. Some folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired. The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial. Life-changing, even. But here's the catch. The root trees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
Sure.
The man who started it was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives. Anyone related only by marriage is optional, but filling them in can lead to useful discoveries. Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable root trees. Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree. I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
Okay. Really?
Sorry, one last thing. This might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Rootrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here. Thank you, and good luck.
And who are you again? That's notable. Okay. Sleuth. Before the person who hired you returns, every time you get 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree completely correct, names, occupation, and portrait, they will be locked in. All 9 blood relatives and small portraits are optional, but placing them in the tree helps remove extra names and photos. I need 3 more correct blood relatives before they will lock in. Was funded in 1998 by Gwyneth and Elias. Okay. Take, it's a lot going on already. This is an advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. It mentions that the 5 pieces were named as such because of the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Okay. So, Teen Blast. Okay. There's 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. Maybe that's why kids still love them. Radical new flavors because it's no longer the 1920s, even as an elderberry anyways. So strawberry. Cool chocolate. Power plum. Awesome apple. And bad blue raspberry. But we know this is not the original names. What is this? Intuition. You've been in this line of work a long time. So long, in fact, you've discovered a 6th sense for how useful your evidence can be. The numbers in the magnifying glass refer to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. The higher the number, the more there is to find. At the start of your search, the notables list sets off alarm bells, a list of famous people that you can find via search engine. It's pretty rare to get something that useful, but take advantage of it. As you progress, these numbers will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lacking a family member, new discoveries will be added to the list and old evidence will become less useful. Trust your intuition. If a piece of evidence seems too good to be true, take a closer look at the people or phrases it mentions. Often the most satisfying revelation comes from retracing a path you thought was fully explored, armed with a new perspective. Sometimes the reason certain evidence has such high value is because it can lead to finding more evidence. You may be missing a huge part of the puzzle. Okay. You're locked in. Notable. There is a list of notable Roottress. This person who hired you gave you this list and said everyone on it can be found easily via your search engine. We do know we need to look up Carl again. Easy to find online. Any entry on the family tree that belongs to someone on this list will be marked with a star. Notable Roottress will be crossed out after they are verified and locked. The Roottree Sisters and their parents died in the plane crash on December 6, 1998. The next evening, a shadowy figure appeared at your door and said the lawyer was looking to sort out the family tree. After a quick test, the figure gave you access to some resources. This includes a list of notable Roottress who they said would be the easiest family member to place. They said they would return in time to take a look it took to fill out 6 more blood relatives. Okay. There's a lot going on. Okay, so we do know that the mom is I want to say it was Brenda, but either way, we know for a fact Carl is the dad. Was it Brenda White? Periodicals. So Brent, yeah, okay. Okay. I don't need this one. Perfect. He was the president of the Roottree Company Candy Company. As well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. There is a short press release that the Roottree Candy Company released today in the news organization. It is with a heavy heart that we mourn the loss of Carl, Brenda, the Roottree sisters, and the other employees that perished in the terrible tragedy. The entire Roottree family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. As the head of our company, Carl was an incredible man and an unmatched leader. Filling his absence will be difficult and may take considerable time. In the interim, we hope that you join us. We hope that you join us in looking back fondly on Carl and his family's triumph and accomplishments. They go on to list some of those accomplishments. One of them seems relevant to your search. Like his great-grandfather before him, Carl earned the highly prestigious Watchman of the Year title. Wait, what? Oh, that's annoying. Enter. Just okay. Let's do that. My great grandfather earned Watchman of the Year. I don't know if this is going to be relevant. Let's save it. Let's search this to see if we can figure out the name of the great grandfather. Business Watch. Business Watch magazine is a magazine focused on company CEOs and the economy. They have been around for over 100 years in one form or another and will often write about major changes in the management of famous companies. Each year, they offer an award to a prominent businessman who has furthered the field. They call this the Watchman of the Year. You find that a few searches that 2 Roottrees have been featured as Watchmen of the Year. Elias, Roottree. Business Watch does not host any online archives on any site you find. Okay. Carl. Oh wait, there's a son of a gun. I didn't realize that. So wait, what? Father. Oh yeah, we kind of knew this. Oh. Oh wait, let's look up. Oh, I hate that. Look up Elias. Founder and first president. All right. Can I just add the next page and then do highlight? Founder and first president of Roottree Candy Corp. Oh. You find what is essentially a propaganda site about him created by the Roottree Candy Company. At the top, there's a picture of him and his wife, Gwyneth. It has been added to your evidence. There's also a biography section that has some additional information. Elias is credited for inventing 5 pieces, a popular maple candy. For that, the farm is inherited by marrying his wife only produced. The farm he inherited by marrying his wife only produced syrup. So inherited farm by a wife. By crap. Marrying Gwyneth. As the 5 pieces became widely successful, Elias spent his time and energy on cementing his reputation as a family man. He is quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup," and that any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood into my legacy. The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on that promise, but offers no additional detail. There are a few more quotes about Elias from a book called Family Man, The Roottree Legacy by Bess Williams. They say they are biased. To say they are biased is a massive understatement. Below that, there are a long list of accomplishments and awards, and one stands out. Like his great-grandson Carl, Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. All right. I want to do a periodical on him. I don't know. Let's go back. Crap. It, Oh wait, what's the name of the freaking thing? There we go. Watchman of the Year. Wait, what? I have it. Oh wait, Business Watch maybe. Elias was awarded Watchman of the Year in 1936. For his accomplishment of rolling out 5 pieces to a global market. The article and scan someone made of the cover has been added to your evidence. Save. Let's go to our evidence. This is a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth Roottree. It was taken in 1909 after they founded the Roottree Candy Company. Let's do this now. You were the first president. Wait. Why is it not? How do we verify? You can open this envelope after the whole family tree has been filled in. It has 2 names that must be typed in manually. The clues are obscure, have been intentionally hidden in the past and may even require some leaps in logic. Try to keep an eye out for the inconsistencies. Ooh. Or maybe I'll do both up? I don't know. From what you've found searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't occupied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable Rootrees list in your evidence. They will be marked on the chart with a star. He was voted Watchman of the Year by Business Watch in 1936, and a painting of him appears on the cover. The magazine says he was voted Watchman specifically to recognize the global rollout of 5 pieces. He forms the Roottree Company after marrying his wife, who inherited a maple farm during the period between 5 pieces. He has a daughter. Wait. The first of 5 children. So, 1 is a daughter. He invents in 1922. In 1909, he had a daughter. Each of the 5 flavors is chosen based on the initials of his 5 children, 1 flavor per child. Okay. In 1924, 5 pieces are sold in some Pittsburgh's market. In 1926, 5 pieces are rolled out to New England. In 1928, the new recipe and flavor is finalized, and the candy begins nationwide distribution in department stores and other shops everywhere. In 1935, the company purchases every available maple farm in Pennsylvania in preparation for their global rollout. In 1935, again, with the help of his son Elias Roottree Jr., architect firm. Kind of like. Wait, who said this? Oh, we do. Never mind. Delete that. That's the. Okay. Oh, no, wait. That is the sun. So. Wait. Crap. Watchman of the year 36. Oh, wait. Oh, crap. Did I mess that up? I must have. He has firm, a new factory, and warehouses. Wait, let's just do this. He has an architectural firm. Production is tripling worldwide in 1936. Save. There's also a what's next section that claims Elias is going to pivot to ensuring his company's legacy and that the Roottree Candy Company remains as a family business. He plans to do this with the Clance Trust. All right, I missed something somewhere. Wait, is this the wrong? Let's do this and then. Wait. Okay. 1936. Let's go back. Yeah, 1909, that is right. Okay, let's go back. Elias Jr. This is the other one. Okay, Nope. I'm not trying to do hints. Watchman of the year, 1936. All right.